Welcome to Backstories, the podcast where we dig deep into the untold tales behind the people, places, and moments that shape our world. Every month, we'll uncover the hidden narratives that inspire, surprise, and challenge us. So, grab your headphones and get ready to journey into the past, one backstory at a time.
Here comes Dana. His story's called Cassie.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dana. So nice to meet you.
My brother's Dana.
Oh, well, a male Dana. That's so rare.
We had an art teacher in high school, Dana Simmons, and my brother.
Well, the one that I'm constantly alluded to when telling people my name is Dana White, and I am not bald, so I'm very thankful for that. This is nothing against the bald people. Y'all are beautiful. Unfortunately, as a hot commodity on the market, I tend to encounter people who value hair more than others. And thus, my piece is a do-over about Cassie. My evening was spent jerking off to my ex-wife's urn again, hesitating only between some and unlearnings of what some acceptable amount of apologizing to myself would be. Intuition, much like rumor, gestured to me on that eve, only to uncouthly cacophonize any or all ways as to which this Ouija board could constitute the olive branch to anal that had been plastering itself across Cassie's back for the latter half of our marriage. With all those recollection efforts now hastening to a foible instant, this alchemic form of Cassie Formal would have had me know that morticians trend toward an arguable cult-like aversion to males within their practice. I can't say it sat with me then, but after a few evenings bashfully spurting out more than a few handfuls of our little nothings into your porcelain, your bespeakment nonetheless acquiesced as something other than rumor's usual seduction of complete unfoundedness. Each of your heartbeats were yet another laudacious allegory to love itself, as my mind ceaselessly reduced you before me as only some coherent form of light vastedness buried within those, dare I say, ashen remains. As always, I found Cassie enamoring, and this notion of never always failed to begin, even as each evening is now spent passing her urn, which beckons endlessly for me to restfully reanimate her soul at the expense of another penchant of mine this urn unyieldingly polemicizes. Still, as giddy as those all-too-distant mornings were, the smell of her hair paginated my love for her, and I released my half of our love into her re-occasioning of itself within dawn's sunlight. Each curry of sleep-intoxicated inarticulations of days where we'd struggled to suggest breakfast to each other now hastens my gaze to relax when I meet with her immolated womb. A gorgeous accompaniment to the viscous surface tension crystallizing atop this ashen altar, screeching with a fire smell as sharp as nicotine, snaring nostrils and melting any Pythian Loki within this vain entrenchment of a shrouding proxy of some self that once was. It's only been a month since Cassie's horizon unseated within me, and now every burst of her manner besoughts inertia, notwithstanding death itself, as she simply cannot be of this ashen form, the same one that composits yet another painful and pervasive reminder that even you were, and are not, this most immutable sanctuary of all souls, and still must condense on some now, as your now cold walls fail to stop the flooding of this life once more. Yet another new-formed and unspeakable resolve. My body's rigidity only fervently shakes hands with death or lack thereof, and I sense that these ravishing masturbatory practices bore as many mannerisms as she was endearing. If any indivisible gestation of any gregarious moment with her was nothing short of a perturbating harmony of cognition's phonetic abrasion, what's left to be desired now coalesces in yet another fragrant pile before me, some nocturne in the valleys of her pseudo-ovum, pregnant with some coquetness of all these ill-spent soldiers. Which is to say, Cassie, I find myself as weary as that male mortician, often troubled by thoughts of your questionable box. My month of failing to transgress all the depression of your anticipated, nay, hastened departure has gifted me a kindred tacit of cognitions, if you will, with all condemneering guilts begot from this continued weaving of something betwixt now and your home. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.